All right, guys, I have some more thoughts for you. I want to talk about, people who are pursuing a goal, or you're pursuing a goal, whether it's personal or professional, whatever, and you're going at it, and you have your mind focused on it, you're set on it, and then you hit a roadblock, or you hit a speed bump, or you hit a bump in the road, or maybe you just have an outright failure. And then a lot of people at that point will be like, crap, no, this is too much. I can't do this. This is too stressful. I'm never going to be able to make this work. And then they just give up. They stop and they just give up, and they go back to whatever other, unfortunate existence they're continuing to live. And they basically just let setbacks and failures get them down and keep them from pursuing their goals. But that's just, when you have a setback, when you have a failure, the last thing you should be doing is thinking about, well, okay, you can think about it, but don't actually give up. Don't stop. When a failure happens, when a setback happens, you need to realize what's happening to you right there is you are in the midst of a learning experience. Like, you can learn from that. You can learn from the mistake or the failure or whatever it is that happened. But if you just give up right then, a few things are happening. One, you're not going to achieve your goal because you gave up. And two, you're not going to learn any lessons from that. You're just going to learn the lesson of, well, if I try to go for my goals, I'm just going to fail, and it's going to make me feel like shit, and then I don't want to do it anymore. So, and that's not the right lesson to take from failure. The right lesson to take from failure and the right lesson to take from setbacks is, okay, I did something, I tried this, it didn't work out the way I expected it to, so now I must adjust my approach to continue forward on my goal. So, for example, I am involved in video production. I've been involved in video production and filmmaking and web content and a whole bunch of stuff, and I've been doing that stuff for years. I've been wanting to be in filmmaking since 4th grade, and really in the last decade is when I've really been pushing it a lot harder. And I've had a lot of setbacks. I've had a lot of failures. My first 3 major shorts, I was not happy with. I was not happy with the way any of my shorts turned out. To be honest, and you can find them online. Their names are The Image, The Robbery, and Exceptions. A lot of people still kind of like those, but they're really not very good projects overall. And a lot of people who are in a position like me would do those and be like, I didn't get any attention for these. I didn't get anything. Didn't work out. They don't look the way I want. And then they'll just give up, and then they'll stop, and they'll be like, nope. Filmmaking's not for me, I can't do this. But that's not the approach you should take, and that's not the approach I took. I was like, okay, why didn't I like this? Why didn't it work out? Why didn't this do what I wanted it to do? And you got to think about it. And once you figure out, and you may not figure out exactly why that happened, but you need to make a good guess. Make a hypothesis. Consider it a scientific experiment. So, okay, I tried this experiment. It didn't work out. Why didn't it work out? And when you figure out why it didn't work out, then you could try again in a different way. And that's what I did. After those few projects that didn't quite work out the way I wanted, I ended up making my short Missing, which did turn out the way I wanted. And a lot of it was because I was able to finally get some financing behind it. But that was because kind of the lesson that I learned is like, it's very difficult to make things for nothing. And to be honest, I've actually gotten very good at making things for nothing since that point. But that's because you have to practice. Everything worth doing takes a whole lot of practice. And if you give up before you've allowed your mind to grow, then you're doing yourself a disservice. So basically what I'm saying is just, if you have a goal, whether it's personal or professional or whatever it is, stick to it. Don't give up. Keep going, keep pushing, and make whatever it is you're going after happen. Even if it doesn't work out for you the first few times, it doesn't mean it's never going to work out. It just means you may have to change your approach. And, that's the path to success. The path to success is absolute, committed persistence to solving your goal. But you cannot be married to the method of how you pursue your goal. That has to change based on experimentation and learning. And, I think if you do that, I think if everyone did that, if everyone applied that to, trying to achieve their goals, I think everyone would be a lot more successful or in their life or in their personal life or work, I think everyone would be a lot more happy. And as I said before, that's really what we all want in the end. So don't do yourself a disservice. Keep at it, go forward, and everything should be fine.